your referee, Howard Foster. And now, your referee, Howard Foster.
At 128 pounds, undefeated with 10 wins, he has one draw with 3 of his 10 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, representing Tanzania, here is CHOKI.
And we welcome everyone inside the Cool Arena for the very first bout of Day 2 of Phase 2 of the WBC Grand Prix. I am Corey Erdman alongside Barack the Boxing Bully and Barry Jones, and we are getting things started with Juma Choki taking on Becky Maitse. It is Tanzania versus South Africa. Kick off Phase 2 in the featherweight bracket. Choki coming off a 6-round decision over Breeks Piala in the opening round. Becky Maitse took a 6-round win over Rodolfo Puentes.
He boxed really well, I thought, in the first fight. Choki, really solid, nice, snappy jab. But there's going to be a problem here against another southpaw who's tall and rangy. She's going to have to try and slide into the distance, make that jab effective.
Maitse's grown up in the sport of boxing. His father is Wonderboy Malangu, who is still an active fighter, actually, at the age of 45. And the two of them have sparred throughout their lives. Recently reunited after a little bit of a public falling out after Maitse went over to Japan to spar with the Kamedas. His father took issue with him helping the Kamedas as they prepared to fight a South African fighter, but they have reconciled and he's supporting his son here for the tournament.
Boxing is the most patriotic sport.
The jab, which I think Choki does, and you're up against a tall fighter who also has a good jab, it's always a hard match work. Always is, but you can't stay at this range. He's at the optimal range here for Maitse to let the hand go. You've got to get further away and try and jump into the attacks, or you've got to get inside the shots. You've got to slip inside and be brave.
See Choki trying to do that there a moment ago, but that right hook strayed way low.
But he can't because his legs are too wide and the back leg's too far back. More than wide, it's too far back, so you can't quicken your feet up.
It's definitely an issue with Choki's footwork, and even when he's trying to do angles, he's moving his back foot first instead of his front foot, making him slower and out of position.
I don't know what happened there, because he landed with a lovely right hand, Choki.
That's twice.
Yeah, it's another low shot there.
But within that, he landed with a cracking right hand over the top that I think hurt Maitse.
Maitse seems to have recovered well.
Left hand, sorry, because southpaw.
Yes. 2 southpaws. I wonder if it looks strange to them fighting another southpaw.
Good. So they know what we feel like.
Right? Oh, there you go.
Shot there from Choki.
Good shot.
And another left hand.
I think Maitse's hurt. He's hurt.
Maitse is buzzed.
Put your hands up or hold.
Both men hurt in the closing moments of the opening 2 rounds.
He got a good game face. Maitse got a good game face. Got a good poker face.
Oh. Yeah.
You know, now Maitse has something to look for, even though he switched to orthodox.
We can see already, just in the opening minute of the round, that Maitse has made some adjustments. He wasn't just standing at long range. He doesn't have the same level of certainty that he had in the opening round. And Barry, he had every reason to feel that way. He was landing nearly everything he was letting go.
Well, Choki couldn't get close to land, but he didn't land with 1 shot, pretty much. And every time he let that left hand go, he was finding a home for it. So, yeah, he had to commit. You couldn't blame him for that.
All right, let's send it over to Claudia Trejos, who is in the corner of Juma Choki. Claudia, what are you hearing?
Well, Choki took a little bit trying to recover, but now we can see he's in his rhythm. But on the other hand, Maitse, he got clocked in that 2nd round, finalizing it. And then in the corner, they asked him to be careful, hands up, but stick to combinations. Nice straight and use that hook. That hook has been very efficient for him.
Nice feint. Oh, good caught there, though. Just to say, nice feint from Maitse before he let that jab go. But again, if you watch Machi's feet, he got lovely footwork. Because he got a wide stance as well, that front foot gets too close. That allows Choki to fire back. Good shot.
Left hand over the top there from Machi. See Choki looking for that counter right hook.
Choki just got to get a little bit more, just relax those shoulders so he can do that. There you go. Even though you're in front of him, you're walking down, but you're constantly moving tiger with your head and your shoulders.
Hey. Took a look at the corner of Becky Machi. Barry, a familiar face over there.
Yeah, former world champion Zolani Tete, who was a fantastic fighter. Absolutely awesome. I remember the first time I saw him live was when he came over to fight Paul Butler from the UK. And Paul Butler was on a real roll, brilliant, and Tete just put him to sleep with an unbelievable shot in Liverpool in front of his own fan. It was amazing. What a fighter. And look at the size of him, he used to be a flyweight. He's only 6'2".
Might say his new charge, blessed with pretty good dimensions himself, but he said that making featherweight, in his words, is like cutting butter with a hot knife. Says he has no trouble getting down here. He's got those puncher's dimensions, Barack. That long, wiry frame.
I think he's trying to take advantage of the right-handed stance, so maybe he could slip a straight right in against the southpaw. Just hasn't been successful yet with that punch. And I just think, you see how it's easier for him to catch him on a counter. It's just that I think that's, instead of trying to come in, because he seems to get caught when he comes in, I think that's his best bet.
Left hand there from Choki as he steps in.
He's got cracking those feet up, Choki, hasn't he?
He's starting to find his range a little more here at middle distance. That left hand over the top, and a step back there from Machi.
Yeah, he's getting too close, Machi, there when he saw that left hand. No.
Of those for the green corner, Machi.
It's a winnable fight for Choki.
Yeah, he would have to win both of the final 2 rounds on 2 of the judges' scorecards here in order to send it to WBC's enhanced scoring system. So he could win on points.
Got to win big, because he did get wobbled, so that was a good win for Machi in that round.
Just to see the scores on your screen here, 39-37, 40-36, both for Machi. And dead even on Judge A's scorecard.
Just trying to draw that lead, isn't he, Choki? He should be careful, he just doesn't lean back and get caught with that long left hand. It's better distance here, though, for Machi.
You get the feeling, Barry, just in listening to Machi's corner, that they understand how important negotiating that distance is. That they seem to be instructing him with every single step. They're telling him, hey, step in, step out.
100%. Balls to the walls, as they say, in Barry's household.
Barry's house. That's not true. Nobody speaks to me in my house.
He has to go all out in this minute and 10 seconds he has left. He's inside.
There are those moments right there. Choki landed a nice right hook, but Machi with a good body shot while he was in there as well.
Choki landed his best shot, that left hand, like the first one, then the second one after that. When they both engaged at the same time, I feel, and I think he had to do that, but I don't think his feet have been quick enough to close the distance to force Machi to throw with him, for the most part.
When you only have a minute left and you're fighting a guy that's switching stances, that's confusing. Because you're planning to move in, you need something big, but the guy keeps switching stances and changing up your offense.
Final 30 seconds of the contest.
But I'm a believer, when somebody switches stances like continuously, they do it for no reason. I always say that defensively on the other side, they're not as good, so jump on them. I always say that. If someone switches on you, unless they're brilliant at it and you know that, then switch, then jump on them, because defensively they're never as good.
It got to be methodically, and a lot of times I think it's just out of habit.
Yeah.
You know, certain guys, like what I've noticed with Mice is...
After 6 rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Barry Lindenman scores it 59-55. Judge Steve Morrow scores it 60-54. And Judge Francisco Ayosa scores it 58-56. All in favor of your winner by unanimous decision. Becky Z's win, Dr. Sleep Mikeson.
Your referee, Howard Foster. And now, your referee, Howard Foster.